Guys, sincerely speaking, I never saw this happening. I never saw Salah playing again for Liverpool. That is it. Because of what he came up and obviously said when the manager never played him a minute after the game of Leeds, I thought it was over, and maybe Anslot and the board could not allow him to obviously get back to the side of Liverpool. And what went ahead to fuel that thought in me was all about what Liverpool went ahead to do. They traveled to Inter Milan without Mohamed Salah. You know, I think in the recent Champions League seasons, Mohamed Salah has been that man that you had to obviously look at and obviously know that he's really the main guy at the side of Liverpool. But Liverpool also went ahead to show him that we can win without you. That is it. We can win without you. And they went ahead and won the game of Inter Milan by 1-0, freeing a side known as Milan. So I thought it's over for him, and he was not obviously going to be given anything like a second chance. But it looks like Liverpool have gone ahead to obviously give him a second chance, and it's Fabrizio Romano that has gone ahead to break the story. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as don't miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having the best of the best as it goes on in there for you. Now, let's obviously subscribe because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers onto this channel, right? And let's obviously get into what Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to put out on his X account about Mohamed Salah, a player that I thought it's over, but never say never in there. Breaking: Mo Salah recalled to Liverpool squad for the game against Brighton at Anfield. You get? So that's what we've gone ahead to get in through from Fabrizio Romano. So he's part of the squad that is going to be playing against a team known as Brighton at Anfield. Now, at the look of things, you might ask yourself, why have they gone ahead to obviously call him? You know, you can pull out very many drawers out of this and really have something to put in them and then take them back. One, Salah hinted onto saying goodbye to the fans of Liverpool. Is this the last time that Salah is playing for the side of Liverpool? That's why they've gone ahead to obviously call him in the game of Brighton to say to it that he really showcases what he has in his lockers, and obviously say bye-bye to the side or to the fans of Liverpool. You know, has Salah apologized? Has Salah apologized? Because if he has gone ahead to do an internal apology, the manager has forgiven him and the board. Thirdly, has player power taken over the manager? Because certain clubs value players than their managers, and they can obviously pressure the manager and tell him, please, you have to reconcile with the player. You know, you have to reconcile with the player. You understand? So those are three unanswered questions that we know in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, the answers will be everywhere. If Salah leaves Liverpool on because they are playing today, if he leaves and goes for AFCON, and we see that very many clubs are being linked to him and like their green light has been given, that means that Salah will be looking for the next club, and this was just a decoy to make us think that all is well, yet it's not well. You know, and I think Liverpool is playing it diplomatically, on the other hand, that getting Salah back, playing to the game of Brighton, will ease all the questions that will obviously have gone ahead, obviously thrown at the manager and the people at Liverpool in there. Obviously, the tide will come down. That is it. The tide will come down. Obviously, it will come down at Anfield if Mohamed Salah is into the Liverpool squad. I think that is it. So for me, that's the most exact thing I'm going to say out of this story. But those questions that I've posed at the beginning of this story should be racing in your head, and obviously asking yourself what an answer is to each particular question I've gone ahead to pose, because that's what it's all about. Now, David Austin has told us that the general perception is that Salah made his incendiary comments either because he genuinely wants to force a move out of the club or because he wants to put pressure on Slot. Liverpool's stance is that they don't want to sell. Now, this resonates well with what Fabrizio Romano has put out, that Liverpool don't want to sell Salah because if he ever left the side of Liverpool when this is unsettled and went to the African Cup of Nations, I tell you, a lot of storm would have gone ahead to be raised and an ocean of questions would have gone ahead to be posed to the side of Liverpool. Even Salah himself, his mind won't be concentrated fully at the African Cup of Nations for Egypt. That is it. But because they want this to be sorted once and for all and to bury it, obviously they've gone ahead to obviously come up with this solution of really calling him back to the Brighton squad in there, and that is Mohamed Salah for you. And Liverpool don't want to sell the player. That is it. He added and said, senior club figures have pointed to the fact that Salah is under contract until the summer of 2027, and his recent spell out of the starting lineup was only viewed as a temporary measure. True, it might be a wake-up call to Mohamed Salah that you are not immune to the bench. You can also be benched for you're not performing very well, and it might be a wake-up call, and Salah might come out in the game of Brighton today and really put out wonders. You understand? And managers do this. I saw Sir Alex Ferguson do it to players like Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Van Nistelrooy, Nani, players that thought that they had now made it into their squad. Time came in through when he's starting them off the bench or playing them like 60 minutes and taking them off. You saw Wayne Rooney kick the boat hose in there for you, and feeling annoyed. But that's what the manager really wants to see you do, because he wants to see that being turned into the fire in your belly, and you come out and obviously fire out all cylinders as a player in this beautiful game of football. So maybe it was a wake-up call for Salah, but it has obviously been found a solution for, and I think we won't really hear this anymore. Now, Austin added, senior Liverpool figures do not want to sell Salah. The club believe that he made his comments all right. Then Slot also came out and told us yesterday in the pre-match press conference versus Brighton that I am far from enjoying this Mo Salah situation, but I have to make my lineups doing what is best for the club and for the team, in my opinion. That's what he went ahead to say, that he's far from this and he must make his lineup and decision. And I added on and said, there is a story. Let me bring it here. This really caught my mind, where he said that he's no longer enjoying this situation because it's not really good, as this is the player he won with a title last year, and he was really very pivotal in what Liverpool went ahead to achieve. Slot has told us that I'm definitely not enjoying this Mo Salah situation. We have won the league together and he has done so much for the club. Ideally, you are not in a situation like this with your player. So he has also told us that he has not been enjoying this situation. So no way he would obviously find himself in a position of really not finding a solution for this. So a solution for this is being found, a solution for this is being found by the club of Liverpool, and obviously the player has been called back into the squad of Liverpool, and that is the most interesting news to the Liverpool fans all over the world that really watch in this channel as a Rokani Media Football. And Slot concluded and said, if I can, and it is also good for the team and for the club, I would definitely prefer to avoid a media circus on Saturday. I don't think it's a circus for me, but if it's a circus, that is not helpful for anyone. So you try to avoid it as long as you can. Obviously, the camp is not really in its right mind if Salah is not in good terms with the manager, because all the players who were asked about Salah, they really showed love for him, and at the same time showing love for the manager, meaning that they needed these two together in sync. Your thoughts onto Anslot calling back Mohamed Salah into the Liverpool squad are welcome in the comment section below. And you can as well tell me your prediction. Liverpool versus Brighton today. Who is taking this home? I'm out.